Hey, what's up? You're looking at a piece of wood. So, this dude showed this map where the Atlantic Ocean is not there. It's called the North Sea and the Ethiopian Ocean. And there's a place called Chilaga in 1609, not Chicago. And there's no Great Lakes. Now, anyone want to explain that 1609 map showing the Ethiopian Ocean, Chilaga, where Chicago is, in 1609, and no Great Lakes? Why am I showing you a piece of wood? Because somebody will wipe you out for one in the universe. The reason why wood is being clear-cut and forested is not for earthlings, but for extraterrestrials. One of the rarest substances in the universe is wood. It is more precious than what I'm about to show you. We as human beings fight, die, and kill over shiny rocks, gold, silver, and bronze. Now, we go up on a platform and we stand and we get the gold, the bronze, and the silver. So we know that these metals are important because they're placed into favor of winning. So if you win, you get gold. If you don't, you get this. And if you don't, you get that. It's a pre-programmed thing. Now, human beings fight and die and kill for shiny rocks. That's all you need to know. Embarrassing. So, that's worth killing somebody for. I know you're going to say, yeah, it is. No, it is not. That's a rock. It's a lifeless material that you need for some prosperous gain of ill will that you have. Now, why am I showing you these shiny rocks? Because in the universe, this is what rules. Wood, shiny rocks, and this. Could you imagine being wiped out simply because you had that? Yeah. One of the most treasured items, I almost said treasure islands. What a clown show. One of the most treasured items are spices, wood, and shiny rocks in the universe. Could you imagine somebody hooking you up with a full clip because you had some salt and pepper and they didn't? Yeah. Wild. Hide your sugar. You're staring at a picture that this guy, this time traveler guy, has got of Havana, Cuba in 2050. You're staring at the ocean of Havana, Cuba in 2050 from this time traveler's page, this Latino guy. Everybody knows about this guy. That's AI, huh? That's not AI. That's Cuba in 2050. I give complete credit to this man's boot. You know whose boot you are? And all credit goes to the man in that boot for being in Antarctica, standing where a glacier used to exist in 2050, with no sign of ice, snow, anywhere. The glacier completely gone. This is Antarctica, time traveler in 2050. Do you believe it? I believe it. Stargates exist, time travel exists, and they know about it at MIT, where guys are getting... Here is an American carrier that this guy has in Cuba in 2050, and you can see that it's stranded, as he says, like a whale there, and there's no ocean to be found. Now, I've analyzed these rust samplings, and I think that they are around 10 to 12 years old max. And this is supposedly in 2050. The reason I say that this rust is around 10 to 15 years max is because I've analyzed 25-year-old cars, and they look really bad. Way, way worse. Way worse. 3-4 times worse than this. So if this is rust from a carrier that is on dry land and the sea is gone in Cuba in 2050, then this invasion of Cuba probably occurred around in 2040. You're looking at a piece of wood, the rarest item in the solar system. As of Easter 2026, the Sphinx is 46,459 years old. And it was built to send a message. We will not be intimidated. When the sun that rises between the feet of the Sphinx on Easter comes up, we're going to find out why 46,459 years ago they built an object with its eyes facing 30 degrees to the sky, as if waiting for a planetary object to come. We're going to find out why exactly they built this object 46,459 years ago to line up with a star that's going to rise between its paws on Easter 2026. So they built something 46,000 years ago to line up with Easter 2026. That's correct. And if that's not scary as hell, I don't know what is. You can see he's looking to 30 degrees for an object in the sky. As I've clearly stated, Statue of Liberty has her eyes to the sky. The statues on Easter Island have their eyes to the sky. Live it. Learn it. Get a clue. You're looking at a piece of wood. Girls like wood and shiny rocks. Just an FYI. Now this right here says these massive holes were drilled through solid rock by some of Earth's most cataclysmic floods. Now you can see the holes that are here that were caused by water simply running off of this area, creating these massive pits. You can stop this, freeze frame it, and blow this up, and you can see that massive cataclysm of water just came through this area, wiping this completely clean down to bedrock, reshaping the landscape that you see now. So right now we're having a polar vortex that is basically collapsing, causing all kinds of intense Arctic cold to go south across North America and Europe simultaneously. Now, are you sure that we're not having a pole shift? I mean, are you sure that you guys aren't lying to us? Because didn't like the Earth's core stop rotating, and didn't like the Atlantic stop, doing its job? And doesn't this kind of appear like straight out of the day after tomorrow? Doesn't it? Sure seems like it to me. Sure seems like our weather's all screwed up because maybe the water's not going the way it's supposed to, and maybe our climate's going into shock. All right, so scientists warn Earth's northern hemisphere is absorbing far more energy than the south. That's correct, because we are having a pole shift of Earth. There's the stargates and the portals that they're using to time transport to all these locations to show you that in 2050, mankind no longer exists.